Hello, everyone. Hope you all had a great Tuesday. I'm excited because I'm actually using my new mic. So I bought it a couple of months ago and I'm just now breaking it open, okay? God is making me use it. But I wanted to hop on and share a word I just received from the Lord. And I was sitting and watching a video, and a lady used the term residue. And for some reason, that particular word stuck out to me. So I went to Google. I Google everything. But I went to Google and I looked at the definition of residue. So, by definition, residue is a small amount of something that remains after the main part has gone or has been taken or used. And so, right when I read that definition, my mind just started thinking about washing dishes. And so, I noticed sometimes, first of all, I hate washing dishes. First of all, I despise washing dishes. Anybody that knows me knows my dishwasher is my dishwasher, literally, because, oof, Jesus. Whew. I just hope and pray my husband, whoever he is a dishwasher, because it sure is not me. But anyway, right when I read that definition, my mind shifted to, washing dishes and how I remember there were times where you would wash something, like you would wash like a glass or you'll wash like a bowl, and you'll wash it, rinse it off, and you'll sit it to the side to dry. And so by the time you come back and you're putting your dishes up, getting them out of the way, and then you notice in one of the glasses or in one of the bowls that there's still some residue left in the glass or the bowl. And so normally, me personally, if I see anything, I'm putting it back in the sink because it's going to be rewashed. Like, I'm not even going to use it if there's still residue left in there. But as I started thinking about that, I said, how many people, spiritually speaking, how many people walk around with residue still lingering from yesterday? You got up this morning, you prayed. As a matter of fact, you got last night before you went to bed, you prayed, you listened to worship music, but when you got up this morning, the residue of yesterday was still there. You don't wash yourself with the word, you don't wash yourself in worship music, and you set yourself to the side to dry, and you got up this morning and you still had the residue of yesterday. Or some people may still have the residue of last week, or you may still have the residue of last month. And so I'm like, okay, God, what are you trying to tell me here? So normally, if there's still residue in a glass or a bowl, I normally soak it, because if I can soak it long enough, it will be easier for the residue to be removed. So I'm shifting back to the spiritual aspect of residue. So the only way for you to get rid of residue that is still lingering, that small amount that's still remaining after already being washed, the only way for you to fully get rid of the residue of yesterday is that you have to soak yourself. Fully soak yourself. Soak yourself in the word of God. Soak yourself in God's presence. Soak yourself in worship. Soak yourself. You have to literally immerse yourself into the things of God. And once you do that, the residue will loosen up. And before you know it, you won't have anything remaining. So, my prayer for you for anybody that listens to this is that you'll begin to go through a period of being soaked in God, fully in God, so that the things of yesterday are not stopping you from being used, so that the things of last week are not stopping you from being a useful vessel, so the things of last year are not becoming hindrances for you. God desires for us to be clean. He desires for us to be, when we think about purity, we think about, maybe sexual purity, maybe purity in the body when it comes to eating. But God desires for us to be pure in the sense of healness. I don't want any remnants of my past still remaining or lingering around. Yes, things happen. We learn lessons. But if I'm still responding out of the residue of yesterday, that is a problem. If I'm still responding out of the residue of last week, that is a problem. That means there's something there that you have not allowed God to clean. You have not allowed God to soak something in you. Because I guarantee you, if you soak and immerse yourself fully in God, the residue will no longer remain. And at that point, you will be fully ready to be used. So I really hope that this word bless you guys. I was, when God gave me this word, he said, listen, you cannot go to bed until you record it. like, I'm like, come on. I'm like, let me be obedient because I don't want to be woken up at 2 a.m. or 2:30 in the morning. I like to sleep. So I'm going to record this. But I really do hope that it blessed whoever listens to it. Remember, the residue, it's possible to get rid of it. It's possible to be completely healed and not respond out of old hurts and pains. It's possible for your yesterday to not affect your today. It's possible for your last week or last month to not even be an issue for you anymore. But you got to soak yourself in the word of God, and you got to soak yourself in the things of God in order to get rid of the residue. So I hope you guys have a great night, and I will see you on the next broadcast.